We are here with Loic Scomparin of Colorado School of Mines, who was named the RMAC Freshman of the Year. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What does it mean to be named RMAC Freshman of the Year in a very tough historic conference?
It's very important, obviously, as like myself and the other freshmen kind of represent the future of the program. So like Kyle Moran won it last year, and we just wanted to keep that trend going and show that we're only getting stronger as time goes on and trying to become more dominant in our conference. So it definitely means a lot to kind of keep continuing that legacy.
What was your mindset going into the race, as is one of your first big collegiate races?
I think it was just to play my part, be smart during the race, not go out super hard, just manage myself and be able to really finish strong at the end and place as high as possible to obviously help with our overall team score. So getting freshman of the year was a goal coming into the race, but the main goal is just to like do it as I've always done. I've had a great season of training and I was just ready to go, and I just wanted to have a good race, be smart, and then end up scoring as high as possible.
We talked a little bit with Coach Sheemers earlier about the spread of the top five being 22 seconds. How much did it help to have your teammates around you throughout the race?
It was definitely very helpful. We were all running as a group at the beginning, and all the other guys were with me, and that was definitely very motivating because I could see we were all up there. And then, yes, I was to be honest, I was a little surprised with the spread. It just shows like in such good shape everyone is. Like Chris Cathcart, for example, like he just made like a huge jump forward. Ended up being really close to Dylan and Kyle. So it's definitely helpful when you have such a large group that's like so close together that really it can be anyone's day, and you can just see like people move up in the race, and it's just really encouraging.
And with that close knit and being well into training, this year was very different from years past. How is it to stay motivated throughout the season?
Um, it's a little harder. Obviously, it was especially hard throughout spring and summer because we didn't really know what was going to happen. Obviously, we didn't have outdoor track during spring. Um, but I think we're just telling ourselves that we're going to come back and compete at some point. Um, and we just needed to be in shape and ready for that. And I think honestly, the hardest part for a lot of us was running on our own once we couldn't train as a group anymore. And we were kind of like in isolation throughout those spring months. So for me personally, that was tough, but um, I knew it would be likely we'd still have some kind of race in the fall, and um, just that we need to put ourselves in a good spot and just keep that attitude of always going for it, I guess.
With Colorado School Mines being a tough academic school, how are you able to get schoolwork done while also focusing on cross country?
It's really tough. I mean, there's a bit of a learning curve freshman year. I think the main thing is knowing which are the harder, more time-consuming classes, and then spacing out the class as well. So last year, since I redshirted and I didn't have as much pressure on me, I took a more difficult academic load, and that's mostly to have less credits later on. So like this semester is one of my last kind of high credit semesters, and then going into junior and senior year of school, I want to bring it down a little, and I should be able to do that as I'm a little ahead in my degree. And that will really kind of time it well because as running will become more time intensive, school will become less time intensive, and will still be able to get a bachelor's in 4 years. So I think it's mostly just good time management, setting aside time for practice, for schoolwork, and also to have some fun. But just like kind of compartmentalizing that and just staying on top of it.
Awesome. Well, great job being able to do that and look forward and help yourself out later in your career. What does it mean to you to be an ore digger?
Uh, it means a lot. Obviously, our program in cross country and like a variety of other sports has had kind of a history of excellence. And as you mentioned, it is a little tougher with the academics and such. So we really pride ourselves to be able to succeed and excel on both fronts, which is against what many people would think is possible. So really, I think that's kind of the image we want to represent is pretty much excellence in everything. And that's what we're going for. And I'm beyond honored to represent that.
It's awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to thank my teammates, uh, all the coaching staff, especially Coach Seamers, for really always being there for us. And yeah, go Ordigers.
Awesome. Congratulations again, Loic.
Thank you very much, Matt.